I think if you can take market share now, then that is one way to cope with the downturn. Obviously, sales for most organisations are under pressure, but clearly the strong will get stronger, and that is a characteristic of downturns. So if you have the resources, be it funding or people or ideas or products, to expand, then yes, now I think will be easier than at many other times, less competition. But I think that business is Darwinian and there is a survival of the fittest that goes on all the time, and the efficient and the clever and the well-financed and those with the better products ultimately succeed. It's highly competitive in a country like ours, and in virtually every sector, companies are struggling. But those who are better positioned will prosper inevitably. Should we be supporting large existing companies or devoting all our resources towards early stage startup emerging economies? I think the answer is it's a balance. I think very difficult decisions have to be made. I don't bluntly envy the civil servants and the ministers who are having to choose between propping up a failing existing company that may be a current employer, or using funding to champion new emerging businesses that can grow and prosper in a changed world. I think that's a really tough one, and I think that whatever they do, there will be critics, so they can't get it right. We've had some bad debts at Channel 4 and other companies I'm involved with, yes. And we also have all this cash tied up in programmes that we've commissioned for broadcast in 2010 and 11, but we don't generate any advertising till they're actually transmitted. And we can't even tell what advertisers we will get in September, for example, but we are having to pay out cash now to produce programmes that we won't show for 18 months. So the characteristics of the working capital cycle in television are unattractive in that sense. I would like to see something that directly helps employment. For example, cutting national insurance. This is a cost and a burden on employing people. And if they were to sharply reduce that, I think that would help keep people in jobs and encourage employers to take on more staff. And that would be a sensible thing to do, because I think unemployment is the big crisis that faces us, both as an economy and business, but also as a society. I think it sends the wrong signal to wealth creators. These are the people who are going to risk their capital and stake their lives on building new businesses and creating new jobs that will replace the old jobs being lost. And if we discourage people from taking that plunge, and very few people in government at any level, be they MPs, ministers, civil servants or whoever, really know what it's like. I mean, you felt with the Chancellor, he's not someone who's ever actually had to meet a payroll or face someone who's trying to wind his business up. And so he doesn't truly understand, I'm afraid. His experience is entirely in the semi-insulated world of the public sector. And so therefore he doesn't truly comprehend the pressures that entrepreneurs are under.